Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And tonight, we've got a special report coming to you from the director of the ATF, Katie, from Stone Second Sense, has done a special report on this, and she had to listen to this guy talk for an hour, and what she found is going to blow your mind. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one, because it turns out that the databases really truly do exist, coming from the horse's mouth himself. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. And this special report is brought to you by Go Dark Faraday bags. Now, these bags block any type of signal, 5G, 4G, LTE, Bluetooth, anything, location services. These are meant to keep your data safe and keep your location to yourself. They've been tested by the military in past. They have chemical resistance, they have water resistance, and they have multiple different variations. They've got things for your computer, your iPad, your phones, your wallets, your messenger bags, anything you can imagine. There's a link in the description box below. And thank you so much to Go Dark for making this content possible. All right, so let me run some backstory here for you guys before I bring Katie in. Do you guys remember over the last about 12 to 16 months, we've had reports of databases that are not searchable, but they're databases, and they're images of 4473s. But don't worry, you can trust the government and the ATF because they're not searchable. It's not a database because databases are searchable. This is really just a folder of a bunch of images. Well, we kind of found some things. Now, let me show you just so I can have the hard receipts and everything's linked. This is something that happened in August 7th of this year. Anti-gunners downplay gun registry. That's from AmmoLand. Well, let me show you what they're saying on the Hill. Fact check. Claim that ATF has gun registry with 1 billion records is missing context. Oh, Katie's got the context, and I am here for it. So, you know what? I got one more thing for you guys. I'm going to show you in a second, but let's bring Katie in from Stone Second Sense. She is one of the partners of this channel. We are building a network of freedom, and if you guys need to check her out because she is on the cutting edge of the next fight of the Second Amendment. And Katie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Braden. I had to send these to you as soon as I found them. It was just, I can't believe he would just step in it the way he just did.
Oh, yeah. No, he stepped in it. And so if you guys are not familiar, one of Katie's roles here in the network that we're building is to sit down and go behind the lines for gun control conferences, listen to Steve Dettelbach a whole lot. She does the Lord's work. But, Katie, we've got some stuff, and you found from the horse's mouth. I don't want to steal your thunder. Why don't you walk us through the first thing you found here?
So, can we just dive into it first? Because I think it's just so important that we just hear it from his mouth and just let him set it up for himself.
Okay.
We can trace them to the first retail sale, which sort of gets, Congress has set limits on how much data we can keep. I am the only, and we can't have a firearms registry. There's a law that says ATF can't have a firearms registry. So I am the only, as far as I know, I'm the only customer of Adobe Acrobat who we at ATF pay them extra money to remove search function from their product so that we can comply with what Congress has mandated. And so we have, every time there's a trace run, it is done literally by a person going through either records that are scanned in, looking at them one by one, or running into the boxes and boxes and boxes of records we keep, or getting on the phone with the many currently in business firearms dealers, asking them to read to us or provide to us a form 4473, which is the form that people fill out when they buy a form from a gun dealer. So we.
I mean, legitimately, it's not a database. It's just maintained by. Wait, hold on. I got the actual ads here from Adobe Acrobat. It creates, edits, and reviews PDFs. E-signs documents, which means you can manipulate documents and collect signatures and collaborate with your team all in one app. But Katie, it's okay. It's okay because Steve Dettelbach, the director of the ATF, speaking at Harvard, just said they pay extra money so there's no searchable function.
Exactly, Braden. Adobe removes it for them. They pay extra. It's totally fine. I mean, you also have like the Control F function on your computer, and I'm sure there's someone rather intelligent at ATF or somewhere in the government that can probably easily program a search function in. But don't worry, because Adobe is removing it for them.
Well, right, because technically, even Steve Dettelbach said, and guys, pick up the sarcasm here. Steve Dettelbach literally just said, the director of the ATF, no, it's against the law for us to have a searchable database. So we just pay them to take the searchable out and we have a database. This guy is like a content machine. He's such a gaffe machine. But legitimately, make no mistake, if you're watching this, that's the director of the ATF that just said that. Everything that was conspiracy theory. And something else I'd like to really bring up to Katie's point of being able to kind of program a search F function, like, I don't know, Command F on a Mac or any other type of search function you can put in a computer. They have billions of records in this non-searchable specialized database, and they find it within how many hours? 2? 1? Wow, that's impressive, going through a billion photos with no search function, Katie.
Oh yeah, and the boxes. I mean, he just says there's boxes of paper copies, and I can't imagine that someone could go through those so fast.
Correct. In fact, I think the second clip actually alludes to something like that you found, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, let's hit it.
And when they go out of business, they send us the records, and they send us the records many times in paper format. And they come in boxes and boxes, millions a month of these records. And there are these people wonderful people who sit at our facility in Martinsburg, West Virginia. And they sit at tables. And their job is to go through these boxes and boxes, an endless number of boxes, right? There's always more boxes, right? Millions of them, and take out the staples. And if there's waterlogged ones, flatten them and take off the clips and separate them every day, all day, from 9 in the morning till 5 at night. That's their job.
Okay, so why would they need to do that, Katie?
I have no idea. I mean, I know that it's not easy to scan things that are, waterlogged or that have paper clips or staples in them. Because otherwise you would think it would be rather important to just keep those things in place, seeing as it would probably be easier to find and keep them all together, right?
Well, correct. Because, I mean, if you've ever worked in a gun shop for anybody, I mean, I know I have. Katie, I know you've been involved. Yeah. So you have a lot of different things that the ATF requires on those 4473, such as scans of IDs and other things that are printed out that are stapled to those ATF forms. So if you're going to separate those staples and you're going to take off all the clips and everything, you would have to have a pretty good organizational system if you had millions upon millions upon millions of boxes, a never-ending line of boxes, which kind of alludes to the first thing that he just said on a stage, which was streamed on the internet last night. You would need to have some sort of special Adobe Access, which does not have a search function, which can always be programmed back in. That's the entire payoff. Oh. Good find, Katie.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, he stepped right in it. It's honestly, I was working and I just heard it playing I just had it playing because you make me do this and I have to listen to all this mind-numbing things. And I heard him say, and I said, "Whoa, wait!" And I turned my focus to it and I replayed it and I said, he did not just admit that they have a database on the internet, like just live on the internet.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did. And guys, if you are enjoying these special reports, we just literally showed you something that your support is making possible through this channel, through Katie's channel at Stone Second Sense. Check her out. I'll link it in the description box below. But it turns out, guys, from the horse's mouth, everything that was conspiracy theory 8 months ago was just confirmed. Please send this one out. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.